Hey, it's Realtor Jess here in the last video of the series to talk about myths of the home buying process. Myth number one, 20% down payment required. This is absolutely false. Absolutely false. So this might have been the case in our parents' heyday, but today VA loans are available with 0% down. That's right, no money down for a VA loan. And conventional loans are available with as little as 3% down. And there are programs that will pay your down payment for you. So if your income is below a certain limit, you could also be $0 down. So 20% down payment is absolutely not the rule. Don't believe the hype. False. Myth number two, perfect credit score required. This is absolutely false. I think a lot of us get caught up in this perfectionism and we think we need an 850 perfect score to get a mortgage. And it's so false, so false. Minimum really is 580 on an FHA loan or on a VA loan. Minimum 620 on a conventional loan. I will say that having a 760 or better will get you a better interest rate, but you can still get a mortgage with as little as 580. And down payment assistance programs, you're good at about 640. So you do not need a perfect 850 credit score to get a mortgage. False. Absolutely false. Myth number three, high income required. This is absolutely false. You do not need a high income to get a home. Thankfully, in the DC area, we have a variety of neighborhoods, of home values. So there's definitely something out there for everyone. I mean, I've known lenders to do loans for people earning, as low as 20-something thousand dollars. So it's definitely, you do not need a high income in order to get a mortgage. That is false. Myth number four, you have to be debt-free to get a mortgage. This is absolutely 100% false. You do not have to be debt-free. Lenders are able to take the monthly payment that you're paying on your debt, and that's what gets factored into how much home you can afford. So it's not about, oh, you have a lot of debt. It's about how much you're paying back on that debt. And so I always recommend for my clients to get on an income-driven repayment plan for those student loans to keep the amount you're paying as low as possible. The other thing to note here is that you really can't wait until your debt's paid down to buy a home. Surveys have shown that the average wealth of homeowners is $231,420. That's $231,420 for homeowners and only $5,200 for renters, right? That's like 40 times more wealth for homeowners than renters. So you really can't, miss out on this opportunity to build wealth while you're taking years to pay down your debt. Don't do it. Don't have to be debt free to get a mortgage. That's false. Myth number five, you have to pay your down payment on your own. This is absolutely false. A lot of people don't realize that you can actually get unlimited gift funds from a relative. So mom, dad, grandma, grandpa want to pitch in and help out. You want to ask your relatives for down payment assistance instead of, a wedding gift you'll never use. Do that. You can get gifts from family, and down payment assistance programs are available to help you. I mentioned one of my earlier videos in DC. We have a program called DC Opens Doors, and the income cap for that is like 145,000, income limit. So down payment assistance is available for you. You don't have to pay your down payment on your own. False. Myth number six, completing a pre-approval application will ruin your credit score. This is so false, like false. Yes, having your credit pulled will lower your score a few points, but the point of credit is basically to get a home. You're not working this hard on your credit score so that you can buy a car or take out a store credit card. You're doing it so you can buy a home. So doing the pre-approval will help you by giving you information about what you need to do to get into that home, instead of hurting your score. Other thing to note is that under federal law, you can have multiple credit pulls for a mortgage for multiple mortgage applications in a 45-day window. They all count as one single inquiry. So if you're like, I want to get the credit, I want to know now how much I can get pre-approved for. If you want to click the link below and go ahead and get that pre-approval, as you should, and you want to maybe shop for an interest rate later on with a different lender, doing that will not hurt your credit score. Only takes 15 minutes to get that pre-approval. No better time than the present. Myth number 7, the buyers pay their realtor's commission. This is such fake news, right? The way that I'm a buyer's agent, I work exclusively with buyers, and I basically get paid from the seller. So anytime you see a home on the market, if you see it Zillow, Redfin, whatever online, it's basically what's considered on the market. And in that case, the seller has already agreed to pay either 2.5% or 3% commission to the buyer's agent for bringing a buyer along. So buyers may have to pay an admin fee. I charge a $350 admin fee. So, hopefully you think I'm worth $350 by the end. But you are not paying my 2.5% or 3% fee. That commission is coming from the seller at the closing of the transaction. So you don't have to worry if you're deciding between, an experienced realtor and someone who, isn't as great. It's not going to cost you, any extra. So it's important to choose a realtor that is experienced, that's knowledgeable about the market, and most importantly, that you trust to represent your interests and guide you through the process. Buyers don't pay their realtor's commission. That's a myth. Myth number 8, home prices in the DC area are going down. So I battle with this all of the time. People go, oh my God, aren't they calling for a recession? I'm just going to wait until the market goes down. Well, the thing to note is that, if there is a recession in the next few years, it will be nothing like the Great Recession that we had a decade ago. And the DC area was the only real estate market in the U.S., major market in the U.S., where home prices did not go down. They weren't going up at our usual, 6+%, but they weren't going down, right? Because home prices are driven up by jobs. And as you know, in the DMV, not only do we have job stability thanks to the federal government, but we're also getting job growth thanks to our booming tech sector. So home prices in the DMV are not going down anytime soon from where I'm sitting. So if you're snoozing, you're about to be losing, because these prices are on their way up, and I want to make sure that you're in position to build this wealth. So home prices going down, I don't have a crystal ball, but that seems false to me. Time to recap. So remember, you do not need a large down payment, a perfect credit score, or a high income to buy a home. All false, right? And you don't have to wait until you're debt free, and you shouldn't wait until you're debt free, because you need assets now to be working for you and building wealth for you, just like that loan is building wealth for your creditor. You do need to get started with a pre-approval application. That's the only way to know how much home you can afford and which steps you need to take to be able to afford, more home if that's what you desire. I'm always around to answer your questions, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching to the end. You are truly helping this queen achieve her dream.